Hello, hi everybody. Thank you for joining in. And today we have a very special guest and a very special topic, that is creativity with Shivvani Rawat ma'am. She is the co-founder of Shining Transformation, a consultant and certified corporate trainer. She helps people in their personal growth and journey. And I would like to welcome ma'am to TCOL. Thank you for accepting our invitation and giving your time. We are really excited for this discussion. Hi ma'am.
Hi, Disha. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really acknowledge you and your team for this invitation. And I'm very excited because it's a topic very close to my heart. Reconnecting to the artist in you, which
Yes.
is obviously being creative. So I
Yes.
love, I mean, in this journey of training and transformation, what I enjoy the most is being with people and people themselves. And I
Yes.
feel that being creative is what we were always born with. So this is
Correct. Yeah.
something which is really exciting because I myself, I'm sure I was always creative, but I really discovered myself say almost 6 years back, and I
Okay.
felt, oh, why didn't I do it before? But when I
Yeah.
discovered it, I really feel that I need to take this whole world with me along and really, show them
Yes.
that, you have something very creative in you. So yes,
Yes.
this is something
So
which I
yes,
love.
ma'am, I would 100% agree with you, and I see a beautiful painting behind you, and that relates to what you just said. That when you start being creative yourself, it inspires people around you. Now I see that painting, and I'm like, okay, rainbows. We can try something like that. I also know how to paint, or I can write something about that. So that is what creativity is, and it is a nature's way. God is creative; He made us, and now we spread that creativity. But today's
Yes,
topic is important because, like we discussed, we have lost connection with that artist within us. We have got into our professional journey, and somehow everybody thinks that growing up means being rigid or being very to the mark, to professionalism. But that is a part of it. But inside you there is a child, and it needs to replenish, regenerate through creativity. And a lot of us are still struggling. We have that inside us, but how to reconnect it, how to give that nurturing to it. So how can we do that, ma'am? Bring out the artist
see,
in us.
yes, that's great and a great question. The thing is, it can start with anything. Firstly, we don't really see because if we've not connected to the creative side of ours, we would not know that what's there in us. I feel the first step is actually to be just open and
Yes.
do what comes our way. So, if, say, for example, if suppose you as a person haven't done dancing or have you don't even know that exists in you, but if somebody says, okay, there is this, like a show which is either on Zoom or live dance, come Disha, let's do it. Then
Yes.
you should just go for it because you never know when you will discover it.
Yes.
It could be at any stage of your life that you just discover that yes, I enjoy
100%.
painting or I enjoy singing or I even enjoy writing poetry or for
Correct.
that matter, even gardening. Because all these things are something which is in reality, as humans, we are born with it. If you still remember as a child, when we had those toys, we were always creating something.
Yes.
We never thought of what it would end up being. So one more
We just
thing which
started.
creativity brings is more of a journey than a destination. It's not something where you're reaching
100%.
somewhere. It is something
Yes.
that you are enjoying while you are with it.
Yes.
So it's very beautiful feeling that you're enjoying, and that also brings you a lot into your present moment. Being
Correct.
in the present, like we say, being in the present. And I have seen that personally even in my life. When I started doing things creatively, it allowed me more to be in the present than,
Yes.
thinking about yes. Because it's very normal as humans, we do think about future. Yes, you can plan for the future, but being in the present will allow you to be there.
Yes, we either dwell in the past or worry about the future, but we forget
Yes,
to enjoy what is there now. So when you
yeah,
are
yeah,
enjoying your hobby, you are gardening, planting that little seed, or even playing for that matter, you forget everything that worries you, and you are just enjoying the moment. So that is what creativity
yeah,
is, and it keeps growing.
absolutely.
Yes.
So
So
the actually the actual word of creativity is growth.
yes,
You know,
correct.
being creative is actually growing. Yes,
Yes. And what happens? It is also good for your mental health because you are there in the current moment, you are enjoying it, so it regenerates you. You don't have to take any pill or something. Creativity is that magical
absolutely.
pill that makes you lively. Like we say that youth is timeless, so creativity brings back that youth to you, and it is
Yes.
important. Everybody has it in them. We just shy away from it. Can we say that we shy away from reconnecting to the artist within us?
Yes, well said, Disha. Very well said. Yes, it actually rejuvenates you emotionally and mentally. And you know, when you rejuvenate yourself emotionally and mentally, you also physically start feeling better. You feel
Yes,
more energetic, you know, and you realize that radiant, you start feeling life is so radiant and beautiful. You start connecting with that. And I feel that, you know, you connect to your inner child, which is very important, because sometimes as we are growing up, we get lost in, you know, our being successful or having a career, and that's very good to have a career, definitely. But you know, you could be a creative lawyer or a creative doctor. I mean,
yes,
you
100%.
can be everything and be creative. And creative is not just limited to only painting or singing or dancing. It could be anything that is created, you know, that it actually allows your mind to start thinking, oh, what can I create?
Mm-hmm.
It can be
In
anything.
photographs, you
Even
take just such
writing,
nice
yes,
photographs.
photography,
Cooking,
writing, yes, cooking, yes.
cooking. Last time
And
we
you
like
maybe
we
you
discussed.
don't even know. Absolutely.
Yes,
You maybe you don't even know how to cook, but you
yes.
start cooking and you're actually enjoying each moment of that cooking and then the final dish.
I follow a very Ranveer Barar, a chef on Instagram, and he says every night, cooking का दूसरा नाम है patience. So that is what
Yes,
comes within you when you're cutting, chopping. So that is also creativity. Uh,
absolutely,
with
Disha.
decorating the
Absolutely.
dish. So, ma'am, you
Yes.
said 6 years back you connected to the artist within you. Do you have any specific special moment about that connection or the friendship that built?
Yes, so I can tell you it's also part of self-love. So most of the time as human beings, we are looking for love outside ourselves. And it happens. It happens with probably each one of us at some stage or the other. But
Yes,
when I started connecting to the creativity which was there or the artist in me, I started connecting to my own self. You
yes,
know, so that self love started developing. It's like you just feel that the love is within me and that I need to share that with people,
correct.
that love. You know, I cannot just keep that to myself. And you stop searching from outside. And
Yes,
these moments also, like you said, it brings you patience, it brings you to the moment. And at the same time, somewhere you don't feel lonely, which,
yes,
you know, probably as the individual, whatever a person is going through, like you said, mental health, you don't feel that. Then you feel, okay, let me just do something about it. So, yes, with me, this is what I feel that the moments really brought me to really enjoy the present moment, to really be there patiently, and at the same time, develop that self love within
yes.
me. And
Self
it
love.
was like, yeah, it was so much of a joy just being with, you know, it's like I can dance all alone and I can just be joyful while I'm dancing.
Yes, you become your own company, like we last time
Yes,
discussed.
yes,
You
absolutely.
and when you are that bright person who is enjoying, you inspire others to enjoy by themselves also. Like if somebody sees that I am doing something that I love and I am enjoying it, they think that yes, this is good, I need to connect with the artist, and that is how the world grows. It gives you growth. Like you're like you said in self love, there is a saying that you cannot pour from a empty glass. So creativity fills your glass and then it overflows so that you can give outside also.
Perfect, Disha. You described it so well. Yes, you are actually at that moment filling up your own cup. Yes, of
Yes.
love. Yes, yes, absolutely. And it really rejuvenates you. And
Yes.
even in spite of that, if you're connecting to your creativity and still you feel that there are moments that, you are feeling little low or lost, you actually can come back to it, because
Yes.
there'll never be, see, if you've anyway connected to your creativity, there'll never be a moment that you will say, okay, even if I'm going through something, I'm coming back to it. I'm actually
Yes.
coming back. Let me do something right now. I cannot just, let me at least start writing. So
Yes.
something you will always do. So I just feel, I wish that I had got this, so many years back. And one of the reasons why I felt that this is a perfect topic is, if children or teenagers can really connect it, and maybe through that they can even find their passion. Like we talk about ikigai, a passion that is within you, where you can discover it through creativity, maybe
Yes.
your
So
purpose of
our
life.
audience, I would love to invite our audience into this conversation, because creativity is growth, and we would like to have some questions or statements from the audience as well. So this is an open-ended conversation. Happy to share. So please do share. And ma'am, you said it is a journey. So there are different points in this journey. You feel low, you feel high. So how do you keep? Can you walk us through this journey of yours, especially? I would love to know about that.
Yes, so I can tell you that when I wasn't connected, or where, doing something in the creative field, there were times when I felt little lost and didn't know what to do, and it did feel terrible. And I didn't even want to make, there was a phase where I didn't even want to make too many friends, though I would come across extrovert. But yes, there was moment I didn't want to talk to anybody. There was a phase in my life, and this happens. And then when I connected with creativity, I really could feel that that is the time when I felt that actually this whole world is there with me as my friend. I really didn't feel that, you don't feel that you don't have a friend or something. I have so many friends, and I feel that whoever I'm talking to, like right now I'm talking to you, I feel Disha is my friend.
Yes,
And you're open to the whole world in that case. So it actually brought me to that feeling, that level of, being there with people.
yes. So we can say
And
that
also, yes,
reconnecting with yourself, first being your friend, then the world becomes your friend. When you are not
yes,
your own friend,
absolutely.
then yes,
Yes. Then you do feel it a bit lost, and you feel you don't know what to do. And it's just taking that small little step, just small little step of saying yes to it. It could be anything. Yes.
so on this point, I would everybody who is watching, I would urge them, insist them rather, that take that step. Write your first two-line poetry, maybe draw a sketch. It could be a caricature. Write your first joke for your stand-up comedy, but start somewhere. Don't keep it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, Disha.
Yes, ma'am. So, any last word, any suggestions for? Also, one more question point that came into my mind right now. There is a lot
Sure.
of word about, we talk about existential crisis or midlife crisis. So, can create reconnecting with the artist within us help deal with that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And when we say this, maybe some of them, women still would connect to the creativity. I would say, even for a man, maybe as a child, he was, when he was 2 years old, also he was playing with toys and, enjoying
Yes,
himself. So he can again connect. And it could also be any kind of even games, outdoor games, indoor games. And like you said, like midlife crisis, you have just hit the nail. This is the right time actually to really connect because you feel now what to do. What is
exactly.
next?
Yes,
You're always worried about what is next. What is next? Now what can I do? Because you feel, oh, half my life is over. What can I do next? So this is the best thing you can do. You can even, maybe make a call to a friend and say, okay, let's do this. Let's start learning this. And believe me, it would bring so much of joy that it would, you would actually think, why didn't I connect before? So, yes, like you said, midlife is also the time where you should really connect with your creative self.
yes. Making time for yourself is important because we are so busy
Yes,
running here and there, we
yeah,
forget ourselves.
yeah. And there's one thing which, of course, we say that Creator has created us to co-create. Creator
Yes,
has
very
created
nice
us
one.
to co-create. So we need to create, and we can be creative in anything. It doesn't have to be just painting or singing or dancing. It could also be even in our work, we can create something.
Yes, I am currently reading a very interesting book, Zen, The Art of Living, and it has this point that you just mentioned that your work is your art. You can bring out the artist in your work. Like the receptionist, when she talks, she interacts with the guest. That is her art of making people happy, making people welcome. So art doesn't have to be on the paper or something different from your job. You can bring the art in your job.
Absolutely. Yes, well said. And art is like I had read recently somewhere where it said art is freedom. And the moment I read it, I said, perfect. This is a perfect statement. Art is freedom. And art is not just painting, art is everything, that creativity that we say. That's, even talking is an art, cooking is an art.
Yes. So this is a topic,
Yes,
ma'am. We can go on for hours about making about what we feel and how
yes,
can we bring it. But I guess we are running out of time. So I would like to I offer you the stage to give our audiences certain tips or maybe an inspiration quote where they can start to reconnect the artist within them.
sure. Thank you, Disha. Would love to do that.
Yes, ma'am. So your last words, any conclusion you would like to make before you end this?
Okay, so one thing which I would really like to say that we should say yes to life. When we say yes to life, we say yes to the things which we feel lot of times that this is not who I am. But till you will not discover it, you will not know it. So say yes to discovering. So once
Yes.
you discover, this is what life is. That's what I
Yes.
would love to say yes to everyone. That just say yes to life, say yes to things which you feel, oh, this is not for me. But say yes and see how it works for you. And this is
100%.
more, I'm talking in terms of the creative field.
So the statement that you just made, I can make out that when you say yes, it is a self-discovery. Nobody can hold your hand and take you that okay, this is you, meet you. You need to
Yes,
do your journey on your own. So we can talk so much about creativity, so much about art, but in the end, it is a personal journey, and everybody has to make their start and start their journey. There is no definition map like we have in our okay, now you are an executive, then you are a senior, then you are a manager. Art is like you said freedom, so you need to start your journey towards your freedom. That is what I take away from this.
Yes, absolutely. Totally well said. How you've described it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. This has been a very nice experience. Even I found some points about me that maybe back of the mind I was struggling to answer questions for about my journey, about what art means to me. So talking to you about creativity has given my creativity a new door to discover. So this has
Thank you,
been a
Disha.
great discussion, and I'm sure our audience has also enjoyed the conversation. Anybody who would love to connect with Shivani ma'am can connect through LinkedIn, and she's tagged in the post, of course. And we are all open to connection, and we are all saying yes to creativity. So share
Yes,
your creativity with us, maybe. Make a
yes,
painting and tag us. We
yes,
would have
yes. I
fun.
would love to do that. Or maybe a poetry. I can do that.
Yes.
Yes, would love to do that. Yes, yes.
Let's share
Yeah,
creativity and let it grow.
absolutely. Yes, totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So
Thank you.
on
In
that,
fact, I have also received so much by being here. And it's not just Disha, you got your answers. While we talk, even I get my answers while in conversation.
thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
That
you.
that
Thank
is
you.
what that is a great testimonial. Creativity, art. When you even talk about it, you start your journey and start getting answers.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am,
Great.
for connecting. And on
Thank you,
that happy
Disha.
note and creative note, I would like to end this. And thank you everybody for joining and making time for us. Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you so much.